Marcy? If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. I hope you enjoyed that cheesy pop throwback. I've made a early noughties playlist of all the music that I was too snobby to listen to at the time, but now I absolutely love. So think Amelie, Justin Timberlake, a bit of Kylie, Stacey Orico, that's a niche one if anyone remembers her. It's just so nostalgic, I love it. It just takes me straight back to being like 16, 17, especially, that Fergie song, blasting that out of my friend's car driving around. So funny. Anyway, I just thought I'd fill you in a bit while you watch me paint. So Marcy's been quite handful with all the building work going on. We're having our basement renovated and turned into a kitchen, which has been very difficult living on site with a toddler, with all the dust and the noise and it being cold. And yeah, it's been so much easier now that the weather's nicer. It means that I can get out the house and go for long walks with her. We go to the beach most mornings, which is really lovely. But yeah, she's been quite time consuming, so I haven't had much time for painting or filming or much of anything really. But now her naps have dropped down from 2 to 1, so she now only has one 2-hour nap if I'm lucky, which means I'm just so much more productive. And when Ollie works from home, he takes it in the evening, so I can get back to painting. So I've been so productive the past couple of weeks, more productive than I've been in months. And it's also meant I've been able to watch films again while I paint. So I kind of discovered that I was way more productive if I watched a film, if I just had a film on in the background rather than, I don't know, listening to an audiobook or listening to a podcast. Just it keeps me chained to my desk for a lot longer, I figured out. But yes, I don't watch subtitled films, obviously, and I do tend to watch things I've seen before, but this past couple of weeks I've watched so many new films that I've never seen before. I went through a bit of a Stanley Kubrick binge. I watched Barry Lyndon for the first time, which I've wanted to watch for ages, which is his period piece. I watched Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, which is one of the strangest films I think I've ever seen. It's got Peter Sellers in it and he plays three different characters. And it's a comedy film about someone accidentally creating a nuclear war. But it was quite funny, albeit quite bizarre. And I also watched Full Metal Jacket, which was amazing. Obviously quite dark as it's a war film, but it was incredible. And yeah, it's kind of interesting, Stanley Kubrick's films, that they're just so iconic, aren't they? So even though I've not seen these films, I've seen so many clips of them and parodies of them over the years. I also really wanted to recommend Rivers and Tides, which was made in 2001, and it's about the work of Andy Goldsworthy, who, I mean, I was familiar with his work, but I can't say I was a huge fan of it before. But oh my God, this film is amazing. I loved it. Every piece he made was a masterpiece, and it's all inspired by nature, and it's following him sort of going out and about, creating his art. And oh my God, it's just beautifully filmed, so inspiring. Definitely watch it. Me and Ollie also watched Lamb recently, which is an Icelandic folk horror film, which was also really good, so definitely recommend that. I think because I've been doing pet portraiture for so long, I really developed my style within that genre, but I was always sort of at the mercy of the client's tastes. So my own original work, I feel like I need to make a lot of it to really get clear and double down on what it is that I like making and what visually works for me and my style, if that makes sense, rather than jumping into thinking about getting an illustration agent or going down the sort of making products route. Or I quite like the idea of doing surface design, but I think I kind of am running before I can walk, really, and I need to focus on just making stuff at the moment and not worry about that side of things. I also think that going down the route of making lots of products, like lots of prints or stickers or patches or that kind of thing, products, you tend to get bogged down in doing a lot of admin, and it's a lot of ordering, packaging and packing things up and updating your website, and it takes away from actually the bit that I like about being an artist, and that's making art. So yeah, for now I think I'm definitely going to focus on making original work. So recently I've been really experimenting with painting on different coloured surfaces. So for the past 6 months, I'd say, I've been painting on matte black paint, which just I love it. It's great. It's been such a game changer. It really allows you to see the different tonal values in the colours, and so I've wanted to experiment with painting onto different colours. So for this painting I decided on a hot pink, and wow, oh my god, it just makes me so excited. It's been a revelation. It really shines through underneath the gouache and makes the colours really vivid, almost like they're glowing, and it especially worked with the white, the pale colours in the apple blossom in this painting, as yes, it made the white really luminous, and white is always such a difficult colour to work with, as it can look quite flat as the colours are so subtle. But yeah, it just really worked, and I'm really excited to experiment with painting on even more colours. I'm thinking maybe a teal would be lovely, and I've seen other artists painting with a luminous orange, which I think would again work really well with sort of an as an undertone to give that sort of glow.
I know.
Assuming it's stopped around there somewhere.
Maybe.
Bye.